You're listening to Navid Moosa of the Mindset Movement. Hey guys, Navid Moosa here from the Mindset Movement podcast. So welcome back to the mini-series, the final episode. This is episode 3. In episode 1, we talked about crypto. In episode 2, we dove deep into NFTs and Web 3.0. Now, if you haven't listened to those 2 episodes, I highly recommend listening to those 2 first before you listen to this one. And now we're going to wrap this up. In episode 3, we'll talk about the combination of Web 3.0, NFTs, cryptocurrency, where all this goes and how it's going to shape our future from anywhere, from fashion to music to real estate to land to artists, everything. It has a really, really big impact, which is why I think it's necessary we cover this topic. And we're wrapping this up. So this is the final episode. Again, we had 2 episodes first before this, 1 and 2. Listen to those first. But we hope you guys are learning a lot, and we're gonna wrap this thing up today. All right. So, where do you, in your opinion? All right. So first off, none of this is financial advice. Your successes are your successes only, and it's your hard work and dedication and research. Obviously, we'll get to there. None of this is financial advice. This is just
not financial advice.
This is just. We're just 2 guys having a conversation, trying to get education.
Yeah,
that's really
I don't know. I don't know anything really. Really, I don't.
In your opinion, where do you see this going? And I say that because I think it was yesterday. I was, in the social media black hole scrolling, and I saw a thing with Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart talking, and Snoop has his own virtual land in Metaverse. And he's got people partying it up in the mansion, all that kind of stuff. And I saw somebody else mention how they got land next to Atari. And I heard Nike's taking out, you can buy Polo and Nike, you can buy Polo and Nikes for your characters. Are we moving into, and again, this is extremely your opinion, I'm not holding you to this. Do you think, number 1, where do you think this is going to go? Okay, that's the first question. Number 2, do you think we've moved into a world or are moving into a world that we're so bored because there's nothing else we can buy physically on this planet or we can make without a whole bunch of exuberant cost, that it's easy to make stuff we would like in the virtual world or the metaverse world, that's going to be the new museums, that's going to be the new galleries, that's going to be the new shopping malls, that's going to be, oh, nice suit. Where really, it's not really a nice suit. It's more like a, hey, check out my new suit that I got kind of ordeal. Mm-hmm. Like,
right.
What are you thinking?
So, I think that this, first and foremost, this technology, because that's the revolution. It's the technology itself, and then it's the people. That's what makes Web 3.0. But I think what's happening is the technology will continue to be integrated across each and every industry. And it's just bringing proof and security, a secure network to these industries. I think that the technology will become more invisible. So you're not going to see, it's not going to be called NFTs. Okay. The technology is going to be hidden as it gets built and it evolves and it gets, faster and easier to handle. That's why I see it going. I see it impacting gaming next. I think this year is going to be the huge year for blockchain gaming. I'm betting on it, not financial advice like we said, but I think this is the gaming ecosystem is the mechanism for gaming is just going to completely be turned upside down, and I would love to go down that rabbit hole. And fashion, I think fashion, connecting physical to digital, whether it's just pairing the 2 fashion concepts or like having your real dress here and then your replica in the metaverse where you can flex your one of one or sell it, or whether it's proving or what's the word here I'm looking for, verifying scarcity, or if it's a one of one dress, then this contract is backing up like a certificate for this dress. So yeah, that's where I think it's going. And so you bring up metaverse and land and these events, right? What was your question specifically on that?
So have we gone to a have we kind of gone to a space where, since we can't buy what we want here anymore
Oh,
physically, or it's become unattainable because it costs so much, number one, or
yeah,
to fabricate something one off is going to cost so much that we say, you know what,
yeah.
let's just do it in the digital world. I want to own
So
this sneakers in this color, I can just create it that way.
yeah, that's the thing, right? You if if my lifelong dream was to create a laser tag arena with neon Tokyo theme, that's gonna take a lot of money,
Yes,
resources, brick and mortar, people. It's a lot of overhead. But if I have these programmers and these designers, and they build this up, that way I can access it right here in my living room, and I can share it with people across the world, and they can access it in their living rooms or their phones. Then I'm still bringing this idea out of my mind that I wanted to do at a lot more ease. Um, Now, of course, it's not your physical laser tag, but you're able to do it. Um, that's where the possibilities are become endless. Um, and you see this idea being tested with Snoop Dogg having a virtual concert, designing a mansion, and having a collection of wearables. You see these experiences already happening. And just to touch on that, Atari. So if Atari has a lot of space in one of these metaverses, they're a gaming company, so they're going to be doing some interesting stuff. Well, Real Estate 101 tells me that if Starbucks is next door, your property just went up in value. Well, same
exactly.
thing with someone like Atari or Snoop Dogg. You're telling me I'm hearing Snoop Dogg sitting in my land. Well, guess what? After that party, they're gonna be walking across my grass.
That's
So
right.
how about I sell something or network or whatever you could imagine.
Yeah, and that's so that was my thought. But I was like, maybe I'm just far fetched, but no. Okay, um, so we'll wrap this up for now. But before we go, I'm gonna have you on again because there's a lot of information. And I know we could go on and on and on and on and on, right? But I'm overwhelmed, and this is why I wanted you on to clear some stuff for me and the audience, and you have. So first and foremost, thank you. Number two, where would you recommend somebody start if this is their first interaction in this space of NFT and cryptos and stuff like that? Is there, do you have a website? Can they get a hold of you, or what do you recommend, whether it be social media platform or something, people that they follow? I mean, how we even touch on Discord channels, for crying out loud. We didn't even touch on that there, which we will. I promise you guys,
Okay.
Discord channels, and we're going to touch on. What's the best way to
Yeah.
get a hold of? Yeah, what can they learn? Where's the starting point at, so they're not overwhelmed? What's
Yeah.
like crypto 101, if you will?
So that's another $1 million question. And I'll give a minute on this. I definitely suggest. Well, it matters. It matters what you want to do. If you just want to make money and trade, I mean, then get with some friends, join a group, and learn about what's valuable, how to judge value in this space, and experiment from there, and start with what you can lose, with what you're okay with playing with, experimenting with, learning with. But I would say if you want to take play the long game, which I suggest. I mean, what it matters what you do, right? If you're in fashion, if you're a designer, well, look into making wearables. If you're in the gaming industry, look into making gaming assets, or look at the top gaming projects. What are they doing? Do you want to play? Do you want to invest? Do you want to create a game? If you're an artist, look into, find some artists you like. Maybe start out collecting their work, seeing how they're leveraging the blockchain technology, how they're building community. So I suggest that you start with what you like. You start because this technology is gonna integrate into every, and is integrating into every industry. We're just so lucky to be here, and those of you that are watching, we're lucky to be watching this space grow at its infancy. So it's such a unique opportunity that we all have in front of us. So start with what you like, start with your strengths, and get creative. Everyone that is building right now is trailblazing. Most of the things that you will build haven't been done yet. And I'm open for questions.
Well, we're definitely going to have you on again. But yeah, where's you? How can How can they get a hold of you?
So you can find me on Twitter. My username is @punk607, and there you can find my Discord. You can find some projects that I'm working on in my bio, and yeah, that's about it. Good luck to everybody, and thank you for having me. We'll do this again for sure. I know I was kind of everywhere. It's a lot of information, but fast forward, rewind, ingest this however you can. And real quickly with resources, definitely use YouTube and just hop through videos, speed up the video and kind of take in what you can. Hop into Twitter.
What would they search? So if they're on YouTube, what would they type in to search on YouTube exactly? Like, can you give a few?
So if you want to learn, what is an NFT, how to make an NFT, how to create art NFTs, how to build community, where to buy cryptos. There's a good resource called coinmarketcap.com, and there you can find all the cryptos and the prices. You can divide it into categories. That's a great resource. And after that, head to Twitter, follow people that look like they know what they're doing, follow people that have, a bunch of interesting stuff in their bio that you're interested in. Hop into Twitter spaces, just sit and listen to people talk and learn. Hop into Discords, ask questions, just be a fly on the wall. Just get involved, get involved however you can get involved. However you can get involved.
And that's the best way to say it, honestly, Alex, is that's the best way for those who are listening. Just do whatever. If you're interested in it, just do whatever you got to. Just get involved. So, which is why I did this. I wanted to do this podcast because it is, like you said before, it is a very exciting time. It's a trailblazing time. Everything is brand new. And again, I not that I'm an old guy, but I'm sure as hell not a young guy either. So for me, it's exciting. It's reminding me of when I was much younger in grade school and all this stuff. And I heard about Silicon Valley and Simi Valley and AOL and dial-up and internet and this boom and that boom. And I'm like, what is it? And I didn't care. I just wanted I want to play football and chase girls and eat good food and stuff like that. This is a whole different realm, right? This is that realm again. I mean, history always repeats itself. It always does. So to me, this for somebody in your mid 40s, this is a second chance for us to take an opportunity of what was out there when we didn't have that opportunity. And now this is beyond social classes and race and everything. This is a level playing field, right? Mm-hmm. This is a legit level playing field now. So a lot of the reasoning and excuses and things we had that were and some were legit that were hindering us from a chance of advancing us and our families and our generational wealth. This is a clean slate, sort of, right? So take advantage of it. Get in where you fit in. Like you said, that the CoinMarketCap website, his Discord channel, his Twitter feed. I know I follow him. That's how I saw his Discord channel. I don't even know what freaking Discord is. I'm not gonna lie. I click it, I join it, I look at it, and I see a whole bunch of stuff in there. But we'll talk about that a different time. But to be honest, it is a lot of information, which is why I went mind phone here. And he did give us a lot, but he also gave us a good starting point. Obviously, YouTube University's out there. Google the phrases, things you're passionate about, things you want to, that you know of in this world. Google that phrase in the metaverse world, Google that phrase in the NFT world, and see how you can make that switch if you want to. Again, the purpose of this podcast is just to make you a little bit better if that's what you think you can be. I know me, I can be better today than I was yesterday. And hopefully I'm better tomorrow than I am today. And I know definitely I'm a much more smarter person today after doing this cast with you. And I really, really appreciate it. And I can't wait to have you on again. And next time, we will talk about more in depth on Discords, how to utilize them. Um, and I would like to get more into the metaverse and Twitter world as well, especially Twitter. It's been around for a while, but I don't think people use it properly, in my opinion. I know I don't. Um, and for those who are watching this, please drop me a question. Please drop me, hey, bring him back on, or we want to cover this, or can he cover this next time? The more feedback you guys give us here, the more quality data and the more quality shows I can put on for you guys to make it worth everyone's while. So again, thank you, Alex, very much. His information will be displayed at the end of this podcast. So if you're listening to it, just uh, listen for it. And if he watches on YouTube, his information will be displayed on YouTube at the end as well. So again, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate everything. I will talk to you soon. Thanks again for agreeing to do this. And each and every week, I end the show the same way, and I'm not going to change it today. And that's, if you do right by the client, everything else will fall into place. If you just take care of the client, don't chase the money, just everything else will fall into place. And sometimes the client is you. Sometimes if you just take care of yourself, everything else will fall into place. I promise you that. Um, I'm Navid Moosa. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Be safe out there. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. And I'll see you next week. Take care.